Hello, welcome back to another unboxing on the I Love 3D Printing YouTube channel. Today we've got an unboxing of the 3D printing filament dryer by EIBOS, the Polyphemus. The guys over at EIBOS have kindly sent this over for us to take a look at, and it couldn't have come at a better time, to be honest with you. The state of the country at the moment, well, the UK, one week it's really hot, the next week it's absolutely torrential rain. So at the moment, my filament is probably wetter than a wet thing on a wet day. So let's get this thing opened. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it. So it comes in a nice box. There we go. As you can see, the EIBOS 3D printed filament Polyphemus. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully I am. Also comes with this here. So we'll open this one first, see what is in there. So this looks like we've got all our bits and pieces. This does come with assembly, minor assembly, I'm told. So we do actually have to put this thing together ourselves. So wish me luck with that. Built quite a few flat pack furniture in my life to hopefully be able to put this thing together, but we shall see. So we've got a couple of bits of what look like surround, plastic surround. It's in there quite tight. And I'm not sure what these are, but all will come clear soon enough. Nothing else in that box. Get rid of that. And now into this one. Let's take a look. So the 3D printed filament dryer comes with its own product manual. Hopefully we will be able to work out how to put this thing together. A quick flick through this. I might have to do that off camera, but we shall see. It comes in a few different pieces. Let's see how we get on. Opening the box for the first time. Let's see what else we get. I do apologise if there's any sound in the background, guys. I am actually printing off an order as we speak. Unfortunately, it needed doing, so I couldn't wait until the filming was done. Right, quite a few little bits and pieces, a few little grommets and whatnot in there. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting. This is the base. There we go. Can you see that? Yep. There's a little plug. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so I get the UK plug. It's a dual filament dryer. There's the front right there. It doesn't take up too much room. That's what it looks like that. And then we've got Perspex paneling. Little vent on the side there. We close it or open it. And what else have we got? EIBOS branding on the end, on the side there. This is just sort of that polyglass, not glass, sorry, polyplastic. Type we use on CNC cutters and things like that. And just move that out the way just so you can see what else is in here. Got other bits and pieces right there. Try not to wreck it. So yeah, these are just, these feel like plastic too, with the threaded, you know, the inserts there, which we all know and love in the 3D printing community. This does feel quite good. And obviously, this doesn't feel too heavy as well. Let me get that out of there. And that is everything out of the box. Let's put this together. I won't bore you with me talking through this. Well, obviously, I'll speed this bit up. And hopefully at the end, we'll have a nice working filament dryer. Let's get into it. So what I've just realised there, guys, is I've put this lid on the wrong way around. This is actually back to front, so I'm going to flip this thing over. There you go. Don't get everything right first time. There we have it on there. That seems to sit on quite nicely. Nice and, what I suspect, airtight. Looks quite good. Sits snugly on there. Let's carry on. Okay, so it looks like these parts here, which came in the separate box, these are the expansion parts for the, if you want to use a 3 kilogram spool. That's not something I envisage using for quite a while yet, so I won't bother putting this together. But all that happens is that rises, that goes on there, that's a riser, it raises the actual unit by, you know, a couple of inches, so you can put your 3 kilogram spool in there should you require. A really handy piece of kit, if I'm honest with you. Nice of EIBOS to actually think of that. Now on to the next part. So they give you a data sheet there, and the data sheet shows you sort of what temperatures you should be having, you know, regarding on the filament that you're using and how long. So for example, PLA, have the temperature set at 50 degrees with a timer set at 4 hours, and the heating level at a medium. I think that is a medium level, but we'll get this thing powered up and we'll have a look. Just having a quick read of the instructions there. It's handy that they've actually included a bit of PTFE tube here. So what you can do is you can actually have the filament run straight from the dryer itself. So for demonstration purposes, we could have the filament in the dryer like so, and we could actually have it fed straight from here, which is handy because, you know, if you are living in, or if you are working in an environment that has a lot of moisture, then by keeping them in here, that will certainly give it the most protection you're going to get. Probably, you know, a lot better than it being out in the air. And obviously with it being on rollers, it can just come out like so. Fantastic bit of kit. Obviously, by sticking the PTFE tube in, you're going to give that little bit more, less friction, and obviously that'll come out a lot better. These are rubber bungs, and these can be removed if you need them. Also, they've also given us areas in here to put desiccant. So when the dryer's not in use, and if you just want to use it as a storage, you know, as for storage for the filament itself, stick some desiccant in here as well, just to keep that super dry in here. And it's fabulous for that. You can close the top vent, and you can actually, like I say, close these bungs off to make sure that this is actually fully airtight as well. Really have thought about everything by the looks of things. These are the little bungs here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. They go into these little holes like so, and that'll keep it nice and dry in there for you. Anyway, let's get this thing powered up and see what it does. Okay, so I've put in this particular spool of filament. I know it is quite wet anyway, just because it's been left out for quite a while. And as you can see, it's already selected PLA. You can change these things up. Let's have a look. So we press the option button and we can choose which type of filament it is that we're using. So we've got PLA, oh, sorry. Press the option button. We've got PLA, ABS, PA, PC, PETG, and ASA there. PVA, TPU, PP, M1, M2, and M3, which I presume are just manual. But we're going to leave it at PLA for now because that's exactly what's in there. We can then click the setting button here to change the actual temperature, but we're going to leave that at 50 degrees. It's given us a reading, humidity of 40 degrees, internal humidity reading there, and this is the rotation speed that the fan's actually on at the moment. We can increase or decrease that should we so wish. This is your remaining time. It's set to 4 hours at the moment, and the actual temperature in here at the moment is 16.8 degrees C. Because it's on an evening here, and obviously we use centigrade, not Fahrenheit in this country. So the drying time can be set from anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours if you so wish. And when it displays nothing at all, it means it's set to always be on. So you can literally have it always on if you wish as well, for those that require continuous drying. So you can press, so it has a rotating function as well, which is this one here. If you press that, it will actually rotate the filament, as you can see, and turn it ever so slightly. Every couple of seconds it'll turn it. It does say make sure to secure the filament to the spool before activating this function for obvious reasons. Let's do that. We don't need that unwinding on itself. I can already feel the heat on that. I've actually put this on the wrong way as well. I've just noticed. So yeah, we'll stick the rotation on. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty easy to set up. I did time myself, and I know I made a few slip-ups, but I sort of put that in, I put that in as a factor, and I reckon it's took me all of about 15 minutes from getting it out of the box to getting this thing built and then set up and going. So not too hard. So that's that, the EIBOS Polyfamous 3D printing filament dryer. All done, all ready, all doing its thing right now, and hopefully tomorrow I'll see a nice change in that filament because it has been coming out quite bad recently. It's interesting to actually see the humidity that it's in because I've never had a way of actually measuring how humid a spool is, and at the moment this is reading at 33%. That's quite high, and I'm in a wooden cabin at the bottom of the garden. So yeah, obviously that'll vary depending on where your workspace is, what time of year it is, whereabouts in the world you are. But if you're thinking about getting one of these, then please hit the link below. I'll stick a link down there for you guys to click on. It is an affiliate link, and I will earn a small bit of commission if you do buy through my link. You don't have to buy through my link, but it does help the channel out. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out immensely, and also if you could smash that thumbs up button, that would be much appreciated too. Until next time guys, I'll see you all later.